Captain Jason let the door hit Anthony on the way out by taking his tip and giving him the honorary helmet. Zarena thought she had Marina in the first half, and the life coach has left the chat.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Lane.
Welcome to belowdeckspers. Hi everybody, welcome back to belowdeckspers, a sibling duo YouTube show where we recap current Below Deck seasons. Today we're recapping Below Deck Down Under, Season 3, Episode 4, Kiss and Don't Tell.
I thought that meant a whole different thing before I watched the episode.
Is it referencing Zarena and Marina and...
Yeah,
okay.
I thought it was going to be like, oh, Harry kissed Brianna, but they never talked about it, so now she hates him.
Yeah, or
boy, was I wrong.
Or she regretted it and told him not to tell anybody.
Yeah. Oh, that would suck too.
Okay, so the main points I have for today. Arguably the douchiest guest in Below Deck history leaves the boat. Mm-hmm. Harry and Bree are official. And Zarena's going to lose it.
Yeah. Yeah, not a good episode for Zarena. Literally everybody else had a great episode.
Well, Harry kinda, yeah, I guess he almost took his finger off the last episode, not this one.
Yeah, what a comeback. What a comeback.
Oh my god, how adorable was it when Captain Jason was dressing him?
Oh, I know, that, yeah. Even I was like, okay.
It's adorable.
Even I was sitting there watching like this.
Kicking my feet. Also, I'm just going to get this out of the way now.
Okay.
Lane and I talk about this every time we get a comment that says, you guys talk about yourselves too much. Number one, this is my show.
Yeah.
Okay? I can talk about myself if I want to. Number two, I truly want to know what the alternative is.
Yeah.
If you just want to, watch the show, just watch the show.
Just watch the show. Our episodes are the same amount of time. They're usually 45 minutes. If you want to know what happened, watch the fucking episode.
Right. That's a genuine question is what is the alternative? Do you want us to sit here like robots and recap? Because that would not be entertaining at all. And you should just watch the show. All we're doing is talking shit.
Harry came back to the boat. He said that it wasn't fractured, and then he took a nap, and then he told Captain Jason that it wasn't fractured.
How boring. That's 1,000 times more boring than just watching the show.
Yeah, that's more boring than reading the transcript.
Yeah, the audiobook.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just had to get that out there. It really doesn't bother me that much. When we first started the show, the comments would bother me a lot. But now I'm looking back on it, I was going through a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm just in a better headspace now, so I'm whatever. We had one not that long ago. And I usually just refrain from responding. Sometimes we delete them, sometimes we don't, whatever. But I also appreciate, if you hate our show, let us know in the comments. It helps.
Please. Because our Below Deck experts will come for you.
Yeah, that's true. Shout out to our loyal Below Deckspers day ones. You know who you are. We love you. All right, that was all. I just had to get that out. Okay, my legit question is, what is Zarena gonna do?
Fucking join a different boat. I don't know.
No, she's not gonna leave. She's gonna
Yeah, she's not gonna win that fight by any means, but. Yeah, tough episode for her.
She is just always kind of this is just her, you know?
Yeah.
The thing with Zarena's personality is she's gonna always come off as the bro.
Yeah.
And I don't say that to be mean. And it's not meant to be a dig. We all know girls like that are too bro-y. That guys don't look at them as I want to date you.
Yeah.
Again, it's not meant to be an insult. It's just kind of the truth. I guess my opinion, not the truth.
I can't think of anyone in my life like that at the moment. I'm sure there's one or two, but yeah.
I guess the ones I'm thinking of in high school ended up being lesbians.
Fair.
So I don't have a good example either.
The two I'm thinking of are both one's engaged and one's married. So
Okay.
they like found their
Yeah.
person.
It's not
Yeah.
that that person can't find their person. It's just like a little harder for them. But like, also, I don't really agree with it. Like, just because I think that's what's happening doesn't mean I agree with it. I think you should be able to be yourself and you'll find your person.
Yeah.
If your person doesn't want you for that, then they don't want you.
Then they're
and
not your
They're not
person.
your person. You
They're
don't want
not
them.
your person.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't find it, but I remember it. Do you think? Oh, there it is. Do you think Captain Jason should have stepped in and said something when Zarena was complaining to Laura about the crew lunch, or do you think he should have just like kind of walked away from that?
Oh no, I think he should have said something.
Really?
He did say something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think maybe because it's just because me, like that's what I would do. I wouldn't let, because I've literally been in that same exact position. I remember it was a freshman in college and I heard my roommates talking shit about me in the kitchen and I'm like, I'm not just going to sit here and like let it happen. And it's not like Zarina was talking shit about him, but I think the reason I agree with him going and saying something is because his intentions are good. Like he's not doing it to punish her. He's not like trying to act like he's better than her. Like he really was trying to help her out. And she was just overwhelmed and she wasn't really hearing him because he really was trying to make her life easier.
Yeah.
But in her head, she was like, I had this plan and now he's messing it up and now it's going to be more work. They just weren't on the same page with like the amount of work it was going to be.
Yeah. True. I don't know, I related more to her because it just seemed like when you're in that mood of just like anything could tick me off
Yeah.
and just make me want to complain. I'm going to complain, but I don't mean it. And
Yeah.
I don't want really anyone to react from it, which is also asking a lot now that I say it. But, maybe just write it down.
I should be allowed to talk shit and nobody should say anything.
And there
to
should
me.
be no repercussions.
Why isn't that the way it is?
Why isn't everything perfect?
So yeah, let's kind of start where we left off, which was Captain getting rid of Anthony.
Yeah.
We'll drive you to the marina.
Kicked his ass out of there. Got rid of him.
And Anthony was like, the one regret I have is taking the job in the first place. I was like, okay, princess.
Yeah, he also says like, I'm so glad I chose to leave here. It's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah. You're going to find out real quick. And I'm actually pulling up our last episode because we had a really good comment on there that I have not responded to, but it was really long and someone was talking about it and they made a good point. So I want to go find it.
Yeah, we need Brad in there or something.
Oh my God,
because
Brad would be the greatest.
We both read every single comment, but like we're both the same where if someone texts us, we're like, oh yeah, and then don't text them back. So
Yeah. Okay. I'm
We'll
going to find it.
work on
I'm
that.
going to find it.
2025. New year, new me.
Wait, I'm gonna find it, guys. Okay. So yeah, somebody said my take on the chef situation. Like you said, it's challenging to make a whole assessment with the edit, but my perspective is that I think the lack of experience tripped him up. What was the one thing I was gonna say? He said,
Yeah, it did kind of seem like he was trying to cover up lack of experience with like anger and not letting anyone get a good look at it.
yeah.
Or him, I mean.
Well, and it was like, again, I remember like the gist of what I'm trying to find. It was like, if you're gonna compare every chef you work with to that perfect chef you worked with, you're gonna set yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
Because that's the anomaly in chefs. And I'm not even a chef, but I know from watching Below Deck, not all of like, they're very intense. Like,
Yeah.
and just because, so yeah, he's setting himself up for failure by comparing because that's what he's going to do. And he's going to think like every chef should be like that one. And if they're not, they're in the wrong and I'm right.
Yeah. I mean, especially in that field where you're allowed to be a monster if you're good at your job.
Right.
Whereas like a lot of different fields, if you're a monster, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, you can't compare him to the one perfect person you had.
Right. Yeah. So then we get into what I know you guys are waiting for me to have comments on this guy's life coaching.
Oh, yeah.
Did I not like kind of predict that?
You did.
Like,
yeah.
and it was worse than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I was like, he's just going to be like the typical douchey life coach. Nope, he's the douchiest life coach. And I think he may have been trying to be.
Yeah, I mean, he blew past like smart goals and went straight to like trying to get on Joe Rogan. Absurd.
Truly.
Yeah.
Truly. Maybe that was his goal, because I'm going to be honest, I don't think any of the people he was with want to hang out with him after the boat.
No, I don't think they wanted to hang out with him before the boat, but there was a boat.
Right, and now they're really like, was that even worth it? I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So, a couple of the... Take Stinky out of here.
Fine, I'll go.
Oh, she's like, I'm tired.
I thought he was coming to kiss me.
Okay, back to the quote. Men historically are great communicators.
Wait, he actually said that?
Yeah.
I thought he said they weren't.
No.
Jesus Christ.
It's in your DNA.
No.
My comment was ha 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 ha. Okay.
I genuinely didn't go back because I thought he said that we weren't.
No, yeah, he said men are. Oh. Yeah, he's really trying to get on Joe Rogan.
What? Yeah. No. Incorrect.
But it's like, oh my God, I don't mean to keep shitting on life coaches, okay? I think there are probably some okay ones out there, okay? I'm just going to say it. But this is so life coachy because it's like they'll say anything to like prove a point that like might not even be true.
Yeah.
Like, what was another thing he said? Oh, well, this was last week, but he was like, whenever I'm not feeling good, I don't eat. Like, he truly, well, maybe I want to say he don't. Do you think he truly believes that?
You never know with those types of people. They could be full of shit or they could believe it so much that it actually works.
Yeah, and and I said this last week, my caution to you, if you are ever considering to get a life coach, they don't have to answer to anybody.
No.
They're like an influencer where they can choose what to say, like truly like, and they do this. They can be sponsored by a protein brand or something like that, and it's the best protein ever. That's why I don't buy protein on TikTok, because they're all motivated to sell it to you. And so life coaches don't have a board of ethics like therapists or whatever do. So even if you're like, that's totally false and harmful, they don't have to answer to anybody.
No.
They don't lose anything. They just get to be what they are.
And they're just like salesmen. There's only two types of salesmen that last. It's the ones that don't care that they're ripping people off, or the people that are too dumb to know that they're ripping people off.
Yeah, and if you are too dumb to know that, you're probably not going to last.
No.
I will die on this hill too. To get rich, like actually wealthy in this country, you have to not care about people to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Which is why that was never going to be me. Like, I'm not quite saying it's the worst thing. Like, I'm not trying to call salespeople bad people like across the board, but you have to admit you have to to a certain extent not care about something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I could never do sales for anything, even if it was like the most. Even if I believed in the product 100%, I could still never do sales, because I would never be able to be like, oh, you only have $20 to your name. You should give it to me.
I know. I was talking to one of my best friends at the wedding last weekend, and we were talking about sales jobs, and he was like, yeah, I was in a position that if I closed this, I would make 10 grand, but I would be ripping somebody off.
I know.
And he was talking about why he left his job.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, you're selling something to someone who doesn't need it.
Yeah.
If they need it, they know where to get it.
Yeah. Yeah. The only kind of maybe exception is like people, I actually have a client who sells, he's like an engineer that goes in and like tries to make people's like businesses like systems more efficient. there's a little bit of caveats to some of them.
Yeah.
But they're still, their goal is to make money all the time. So
Yeah, it's the add-ons and stuff
Yeah.
like that make the money, you know.
except for car salesmen, they always want to get you the best deal, and they don't care. They love selling cars so much that they literally don't even care if they make a profit. I I love car salesmen so much. God.
That's why I've never bought a new car.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, my next note is, Morgan, go off on another rant about life coaches. And I already did that. I didn't even
Check.
need to read the note. Okay. Another thing, though, I actually do have another note that I didn't say. It really grinds my gears that most of them take the "it's your fault if you're not successful" route.
Oh, yeah.
That's another thing. Like, it's just such bad advice, because then you're literally, it kind of plays into the sales of it. It's your fault if you're not successful or if you're not winning. Now you need to figure out why you're not doing that
But you need to pay me $2,000 a month
to do that.
so you can figure that out.
And then you also need these products.
And you also need what I sell and get a commission on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I said,
It's a racket.
historically, again, not trying to, I'm saying a lot of controversial things this episode. I'm trying not, historically, it's white men that are giving that advice.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say this. White men have the easiest route in life, okay? You know, I won't go into privilege or whatever. I know everybody's different, but you, as a white male, does have like the easiest path historically. So when they're giving advice to, like, let's say a female or a black male or whatever, their perspective isn't the same. So they're like looking at it like, hey, do this, this, and this, when it's like literally just easier for them.
Well, yeah, but no one besides white males fall for a life coach.
It's true. If it's white male on white male violence, that's
We got
okay.
no problem doing
That's
that.
okay. That's okay. That's a very good point. It is different. And that's in and of itself an issue. That's how Joe Rogan
Yep.
got his show. All right, we'll stop talking about that. So his girlfriend also made a comment, was like, maybe he's the bad kind of cocky. Did you hear her
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah, she was like rethinking all of her life decisions while tanning, listening to him talk about being a life coach.
I'm like, girl, you think?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So Lara's still mad about Vihan telling Marina she can dive, which we kind of knew,
Yeah.
but it's not really that big of a deal. She still goes. The diving looked so cool.
Yeah.
Like, Brad would be, he
See,
would love
yeah,
that.
sometimes diving wins me back when I see stuff like that and they're like, it's like I was in outer space.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to outer space.
Really? Are you guys
Excuse me.
happy? Lane's sober now, so he drinks these freaking sparkling waters and acts like they don't make him burp, just like beer did. Like they're better to drink during
Hey,
the podcast.
you can't be perfect.
No, that kind of diving, I do agree. Like, because they probably were not that far, like
Yeah.
deep. They were like on a reef, so I could probably do that. But I would not be interested in doing like the deep water diving or anything like that.
Yeah, and well, there was a current, but I don't think they were drift diving.
No.
You would have a panic attack with drift diving.
Yeah, I would.
Because
So would you.
Well, yeah, me too. But it's you know what it is?
Yeah, you literally get dropped off, and then the boat goes to where you're going to drift to.
Mm-hmm. And
No.
they just kind of guess where you're going.
Yeah. Nope. No, thank you.
What if a mermaid comes and takes you? You're gone.
Yeah. What if?
Gone.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously a science to it, but I'm not
Yeah.
interested. Harry's back, and it's not broken. He got a text from Bree, and he was like a giddy little schoolgirl.
Yeah, he said he ended his text with X. Does that mean hug or kiss?
Okay, I was gonna look that up because that's a very European thing.
Yeah.
What is no XO? What is
XOXO.
XOXO? Hugs and kisses. So X maybe is a hug.
Yeah.
Because it says XOXO is an abbreviation that means hugs and kisses.
Yeah, because like a hug, you like cross your arms. Yeah.
And when you kiss, you go. I hate myself.
Yes.
And I'm like, you know what, Harry? Hell yeah. Get excited
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. That's our guy.
Yeah.
That's our guy.
You know what? You do you.
What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Zarena's overwhelmed. We kind of already talked about that. The dinner theme is Monte Carlo, and I was like, I like that. I think I would. Well, I've always said I would be down for like a casino theme because I think that's fun.
Yeah.
They didn't really show much of it though.
No.
I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, they really didn't. I mean, they kind of show us the decorations, but they never really show us like the final product.
Well, and to be honest, like these guests, this guy obviously sucks. Like, were they even doing any of the extra stuff? Like,
I don't even know.
because you didn't see them playing like the casino game. I don't even know if it was casino. It was Monte Carlo.
Playing leapfrog at all.
They weren't doing like a special dance for these guests or anything.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't really trying to. I wonder what the thought behind that is, because you know how they do that special stuff for certain guests.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably they just kind of feel them out.
Yeah.
Like, if it was like me and my friends, they wouldn't come out dancing
That's true.
in their budgies. But if it was like you and your friends, they probably would.
That's true.
Yeah.
They were like, nothing's gonna impress this guy except for protein balls.
Yeah. Guy likes balls in his mouth. Stupid.
Stupid. Did you want to talk about dinner?
Yeah. It was. I know it was.
I have the first thing.
Where is it?
French onion soup.
Where is she? Yeah, mini French onion soup with truffle, Parmesan, grilled cheese, and I think there was steak in there.
I don't think in the soup.
It kind of looked like it, but there was also steak later on. Now I'm remembering.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I do not want French onion soup and a grilled cheese when it's like 90 degrees outside.
No.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't want any type of soup. I want like fruit.
Right. You want something like refreshing,
Yeah.
light in a way. French onion soup's so heavy, and then giving a grilled cheese on the side. I mean, that's something you make when you're like snowed in.
Yeah, and they were like, I'm sweating. I'm like, yeah, I probably would be too. They're not really being dramatic.
Yeah, and I think Zarena got too caught up in the theme. Like, she's like, Monte Carlo, this is what people eat at a casino.
But I would not have soup at a casino.
I think people, I mean, maybe, and also I could be totally off base on the whole Monte Carlo thing. Monte Carlo is a city in Monaco, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a glamorous resort town in Monaco that's known for its casino. Okay, so known for its casino and luxury lifestyle. So she's thinking luxury, which...
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I think fancy, I think French onion soup.
Yeah. Do you?
I don't know. I might have just lied. I'm not sure.
All right, what else? I might have just lied. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and then they showed. Oh wait, I have it written down, but dear God, I can't understand Zarena sometimes. Mayachela steak with Parmesan crisps, and then I replayed it 5 times. New York filet, something with au jus,
Au jus?
red wine sauce, and Parmesan crisps.
Okay. Hear me out. Still very heavy.
Yeah.
Like, you could make a steak not that heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't, don't get me wrong, I'd eat it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's hot out and you put a steak in front of me, I'm not going to complain. French onion soup, I might complain a little.
First of all, I wouldn't even want French onion soup. I don't like onions.
No. I mean, I do, but it's a lot of onions.
Yeah. So this guy's throwing more of his life coach quotes out at dinner for nobody that's asking.
Yep.
I said the guests are literally just trying to have a nice moment and he has to ruin it every time.
Yeah, what did he say? He said something like...
He said, money and the pursuit of fame are the lowest form of energy. And I said, what does that even mean?
Oh, yeah, I wrote that down. Then I wrote, did not fucking ask.
I don't even understand what that means because, okay, you're literally chasing money. So are you saying you're not giving? Like, are you saying it's a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like they just don't think the things that they say apply to them.
Or they do like the thing where he's like, yeah, money and pursuit of fame are the lowest form of energy. And somebody be like, what does that mean? He'd be like, think about it, and walks away.
Like,
but it really doesn't mean anything.
You meditate on that. It's like, you
do
that.
it. I'm paying you.
I know you don't meditate.
Yeah, right?
Loser.
Yeah, so this is, then I put, yeah, Captain's giving Zarena some constructive criticism. She doesn't really think that really, well, no, was that when she made the comment?
So.
No, it wasn't.
When he's like telling her, she's not taking it well, but then in her interview, she's like, it hurt because he was right.
Yes. Okay. I remember that.
I didn't take any points away from her on that interaction.
Right. Harry kisses Bree again, and she's like, thank God.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're so cute.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for them. Don't ruin this for me.
Don't ruin it.
It's the first couple I've rooted for in a long time on Below Deck.
It's been a while.
Like a likable couple.
Yeah. Where you don't hate one of them.
I actually really like her.
Yeah.
I don't want her to disappoint me.
I'm like waiting for the other shoe to drop.
I know.
But like so far so good.
Yeah. I think she's really sweet.
Yeah.
I think they all, I mean, even Lara, I guess the jury's still out on her, but I don't hate her.
I know.
Yeah.
I think that most of this cast, it seems like they're like pretending to be like dramatic. Like
and we're just waiting.
And then they're like, I'm just kidding. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like even in their interviews, it was right after Zarena kissed Vihan and Marina was talking. She's like, we don't actually have beef, but the game is on. And I'm like, that's just like a nice thing to say.
Wait, who said that?
Marina.
Beef with...
Zarena.
Oh, well then she kind of did take him, and then Zarena's like real beef.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm following. I did say Vihan is using this like The Bachelor.
He kind of is. And
I'm like, you know what?
Can't knock him for it.
I kind of like it.
Kind of like it.
I kind of like it.
Got a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm going out on a limb and saying I don't hate it right now. So,
yeah.
Okay, here's some more life rules. Because they just keep throwing them at us.
Oh, boy.
Women have the power to control men with some simple things. I'm like, oh, good. I'm tuned in. Let's hear about this. Number 1, tell me I'm the man. That's not going to happen.
No.
Number 2, touch me non-sexually every day.
Don't say that. Just don't say those words together out loud ever again.
Me?
No,
or anybody?
the guy.
Okay.
The guy. Yeah, not you.
Well, don't worry. I'm not going to say them ever out loud again. But
please.
But then he does say, and then do have sexual intercourse with me regularly. And I'm like, wow.
It's like, it just makes you think, like, if he didn't have washboard abs, couldn't be able to say any of these things.
I know. And it was kind of like encouraging to see that the guests like were not
falling for
it. Like they knew what they were getting into. They just wanted a free yacht. And I'm like, same. Like, I think I could deal with him to be on a yacht for free.
Oh, yeah.
You said no last week.
Did I?
Yeah, you said no, I don't think you could. And I'm like, I could. I could act like it for a free yacht.
Oh, yeah, because I can't lie. In AA, they tell you not to lie.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. Well, technically, you could just stay quiet.
True.
You could not lie by not saying anything.
True.
You could be like, that's a statement.
Or I could just call him on all this bullshit.
That's
That'd be
true.
fun, too.
Well, then you might get kicked off the boat, though.
Yeah.
There's a creative way you could be like, those are some words.
Hey, you said them.
Those are words. Yep. Good job.
They came out of your dumb mouth. Your mouth. What?
Oh, and then to cap it all off, when he's talking, he had one of the guys touch him.
Yeah, that was weird.
And what was the point?
He was like explaining where he wanted the non-sexual touch.
You could tell that guy was like, shoot me
that
right
dude
now.
literally wanted to die,
He's
first of all.
jump off the boat.
Yeah, second of all, I'm like, I would never. No. Like, I just spent a whole weekend with 3 of my best friends. I hugged them once.
Yeah. Don't touch me.
Didn't touch him a single time after that.
No. Even you saying touch me non-sexually, I'm like, that's not happening.
No.
It sounds bad, even though.
Yeah. No.
Oh God, they just keep coming. This is why I had a one of our listeners messaged me, and I was like, yeah, and I did not even expect it was going to be this much. The next one, I said, oh, good. If I starve myself and then eat 5 Tic Tacs, my veins will pop. I can't wait to try that advice out.
Can't wait.
What in the world? I don't have anything to say that I haven't already said.
Does that mean he didn't eat at all on this?
I think we saw him eating.
Okay. Because I was thinking if he didn't eat, that would be like trying to catch up on some sleep while you're staying on the space station for 3 days.
Oh, I know.
Like, it's some shit he would do.
Yeah.
But
the 5 Tic Tacs thing, though, you know what the saddest part about this is? People were watching that and being like, hell yeah, I'm going to try that.
Okay. If I don't eat for 3 days, my arm can look cool for 30 seconds.
I hope he did not get any new followers out of this, but he probably did.
Yeah. Or he lost some.
Maybe, but I don't know. If you're following him, you know who he is.
Yeah. And you still want to follow him.
I actually don't even know his name.
I don't care.
Yeah, I guess I didn't care enough.
Yeah.
I said, thank God he's leaving.
It'd be so funny. We like post this episode and we look in our like messages and we have a message from him like 2 weeks prior. Like, hey guys, love the show.
No, there's no way somebody like that likes our show. No. The one, I had a random thought during this episode. I said, for whatever reason, this episode's like really making me hate my life because of like how beautiful it is there.
Yeah, it was one of those episodes that like you get wrapped into it and then you come out of it and you're like, damn.
I'm sitting in my house in the middle of winter. It's disgusting outside. Like, and it's 80 degrees there. They're sweating by the ocean. I'm like, those aren't problems.
Yeah. Like the whole Harry and Brianna thing when they got back to the boat made me happy, and then it reminded me of college, and then it made me sad.
Oh, why did it remind you of college?
Because like you'd go out on a date with a girl, and then you'd go back to the house, and everyone would be like, "Hey, how'd it go?"
Yeah.
And then you'd drink a bunch of beer.
Sounds fun.
It was pretty fun.
I said no helmet tonight because Captain hates Anthony.
Yeah. He's like, whatever with this stupid helmet, I hate Anthony. All right.
Oh my God. So then Zarena's like, I have a type. Manly, short, muscly guys. And I'm like, she's not wrong. She definitely loves manly, short, muscly guys.
Yeah, why?
Culver, Joao, Vihan.
I forgot about Joao. Culver and Joao, the two worst.
Oh, I know. I didn't mind Joao. I know that that's controversial, but I did not like Culver.
No.
Oh, gosh. But poor Zarena. We know what happens in the end.
Yeah.
They both have a crush on Vihan, Marina and Zarena.
Marina, yeah, that got difficult when I was explaining earlier.
I didn't realize how similar that is. Johnny was opening up about his dad to Marina at dinner. Oh, now we're on the night out. I guess we didn't say that.
Guests left. Tip, 22,000.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even write the tip down.
22K.
Was
they
that good?
took Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
Took Anthony's tip.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
22,000 is pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's above average.
Okay. Well, at least he tipped well. That would have been the icing on the cake if he tipped like 12,000.
Or if it was like 5 free lessons with me.
Oh
was
my
the
God,
tip.
yes. You know, they probably do throw things, like maybe not because of production and they're like, you can't give them anything besides money, but you know, people would try.
Yeah.
That would be such a good question for an interview. What's the weirdest thing you've gotten as a tip?
Yeah.
That's such a good interview question. Write that down, guys. Write that down.
Write that down.
You guys have to keep track of it, not us. For the interviews we're never going to do.
One day. Probably not.
So that was basically it, like that night out. They basically just went to dinner and then came back, right?
Oh, yeah. I had a funny part from dinner, though. Marina was asking just like everybody at the table, like, we say bon appetit in my language. What do you say in your language? And Adair just went, dig in.
And I was like, she's not wrong. I caught that too.
Solid line from Adair.
But like, think about it. Bon appetit. Dig in.
Dig in, kids.
What else could you think of?
Surf's up, brother.
I'm impressed she came up with that.
I should have said eat cheese, douchebag, in that pause.
Dang, you missed
Damn,
it.
Missed it.
So now they're playing Truth or Dare in the hot tub.
Yeah.
This can never go well.
Never does.
Never does.
No.
But I will say, it didn't go the worst it's ever gone.
No.
Nobody got mad, at least in the moment.
Yeah. And everyone knows if you snooze, you lose.
It's true.
No.
So Harry dares Vihan to kiss Zarena, and he does. Marina's sleeping. Lara dares Johnny to do a sexy strip dance on Zarena. LOL.
Didn't know he had it in him.
Yep. I think I like him.
Yeah. Yeah.
We talked about this last week.
He's like the new Davide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except for I want more screen time
Yeah.
than Davide got. Oh, and then my next note was like, oh my God, I'd forgotten about Margot and Harry. Remember that?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That was a shit show of a season.
That season was wild. That was last Down Under season, but it's been so long.
Yeah.
It's been like a year since the last Down Under season.
It's been a while, yeah.
That was wild. That's like our most watched video ever.
Yeah, it still is, yeah.
Is it still?
Some of the recent episodes might have beaten it, but it was like when we were averaging like 150, 200 views an episode, that was like 1,200.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, we're almost to 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
Which
I think
is
we're
cool.
at like 497.
Yeah, something like that. Really
Crazy.
close. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends what you saw.
I had a new client this week. I've been taking on a few new clients, and I asked her like, what do you watch for fun? She's like, Bravo. And I'm like,
Oh, God.
no, I never ever say that. I would never ever tell one of my clients to watch this. But I was like, well, what do you watch? And she said like Housewives and like Summer House and stuff. And I almost said, do you watch Below Deck? But I never would have said like, you should check out us. But I didn't even say, do you watch Below Deck?
Yeah, I don't really tell anybody unless I think they would actually enjoy it.
Yes, I don't either. People
Yeah.
are like, why don't you say? I'm like, because unless you tell me you watch Below Deck and you love it, why would I be like, hey, watch our show about Below Deck, a show you don't watch?
It's so niche.
It is, yeah.
It's not like me and you sitting here like talking about whatever. Like you
Right.
can tell anybody about that. But,
Yeah.
like, if you don't watch the show, to spend time to watch the show
Right.
and then care enough to listen to two people talk about it,
Right.
I don't need to tell you.
Dad said he tried watching the show once. He couldn't do it. I was like,
That's good.
Yeah. No, not our show, like Below Deck.
Oh,
Yeah. He doesn't watch our show.
yeah.
He's never
I
tried.
didn't even try our show.
So then the next morning, Marina finds out about the kiss from Vihan and Zarena. And I was like, she's a little mad. She's not like, oh my God, I'm going to kill her.
Yeah.
This is when we see Captain dressing Harry. He goes, he doesn't have the best style. And I'm like, I'm dead. Like, but let's be honest, that's the best Harry's ever looked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, that's what dads are for.
That's,
Yeah.
it is the best he's ever looked. I'm just going to say it. Captain Jason knows what he's doing.
It was funny when they were going back and forth, and one of them's like, coral, salmon, coral.
They are different. Salmon's a little bit like muted. Coral's bright.
I thought coral was like blue for some reason.
Dude, coral. That's why you thought it was blue.
Coral blue number.
That's literally why you thought it was blue. Here, if you have time, put a picture of, you don't even have to put the clip, just put a picture right here of the SpongeBob episode where he's putting the lipstick.
Whoa! Wait a minute. This isn't me millionth dollar. This is an ordinary dollar that's been crumpled up, torn slightly, soaked in a lagoon, and kissed with coral blue number 2 semi-gloss lipstick.
Actually, it's coral blue number 2.
Actually, it's coral blue number.
That's truly one of the best moments
It's
in
so
any
good.
SpongeBob episode. God, there's actually, you should go back. Every single episode for like the last 10, we've mentioned SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
It never not comes
I've
up.
never not done do it.
God. Oh my God. All right. So yeah, they go on their date. It's an ice cream date. It's adorable. That's basically that.
Yeah.
I feel like, random thought. I was like, I feel like Zarena and Johnny need to be together.
Yeah, I could see that.
They match each other's energies.
They're both weird in a good way.
But we've said that before, and she always goes for the ones that are like not that weird.
Yeah, she always goes for the guy that's like, she is like always chasing a guy, is the way I'll say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say out of her league because that's not
No.
not what I mean. But it's like, yeah, like it's like the obvious choice. And Johnny's like adorable. I think he is good looking.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens after this.
Yeah, the whole massage part is funny.
The massage part?
Johnny's massaging Zarena.
Oh, was it in the where was it at?
It was, I have it written right after Coral, Salmon, Coral. Before the date, or like right before they showed the date, Johnny's massaging Zarena's head.
Oh, yes, I did see
And
that.
she's like, okay, good. Now tell me I'm a strong, independent woman.
Yes.
I don't need to worry about this. And he's like, and then he says it.
Yes. Okay, I do remember that. That's adorable. I said just another thought on Bree and Harry. I feel like Bree appreciates Harry's niceness.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's why I like think she's genuine, because some girls would be like, he's too nice. He's just like what like, but she like genuinely appreciates it,
Yeah.
which is like refreshing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we basically end the episode with Marina asks Vihan out on a date. He says yes. They go out. They kiss. That's basically it.
Bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. And then I said Zarena's gonna spiral, and that I wrote that before we even got back to the boat. Where then wait, who ends up telling Zarena?
Harry and Brienne.
Oh yeah, because they find out. Because how did they find out? Marina maybe.
It was weird because like everyone should have known. They weren't like sneaking around the boat. So like I
Yeah.
think everybody knew besides Zarena.
Wait, is it okay? It wasn't that they kissed. It was that they went out on a date.
Yeah, they were
Okay,
they were
yeah.
off the boat on the date, and then they told Zarena that.
And she says, "Backstabbing bitch."
And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
I don't know if we can go that far.
Oh
Not a cool move, but I wouldn't go that far.
I don't think it's.
She's a nice lady.
I don't think Zarena had dibs from one Truth or Dare hot tub kiss.
No.
Like, come on. I'm. It's not that I'm not. I'm not team anybody, but realistically, that doesn't give you dibs.
No.
Yeah. So that's basically it. That's where we end. We're gonna pick up next week with Zarena being mad, and I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna start with her, the first person that went into the bathroom to get away from the cameras this season.
Mm-hmm.
Check it off the bingo cards we didn't make.
Dang. It's only because I went on vacation.
Yeah, can't go
It
on
was a
vacation.
poorly timed vacation
No
on
more
my part.
vacations.
Because the
sorry.
bingo card would have been fun for this one, but now it's too late.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely enjoying this season.
Me too.
It's refreshing in general because I think the last couple we didn't.
Yeah, the last couple were kind of like just dragging.
Yeah.
But this one, like everyone's fairly new.
Yep.
We don't have any old bullshit
Souls.
that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Did you watch the next on?
Yes, I said the guest rolls a jet ski and freaks out, but she has a life jacket on.
I said Harry says that he may be inviting Brianna to Australia after the season and a guest drowns.
No, it was so dramatic. She's literally wearing a life vest. You cannot well, I guess you can drown in a life vest. It's
Yeah.
really hard though.
It's real hard. Like if I can't, yeah.
You'd have to be like in the water for like a day
Honestly, yeah.
with the waves crashing against you.
Yeah. I mean, it's made to keep you above the
Right,
water.
exactly.
So if you put water above it, it's just going to go above that.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yep.
Yep.
You're welcome. Physics.
Okay. Secret word. I thought this was good, but if you have a better one, we can go with that. I said, give us your best douchey man advice.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's good, right?
That's great.
Yeah. Like, give us the douchiest thing a man has said to you.
It's all quotes from me from the show.
I'm trying to think of the douchiest thing a man's ever said to me. To be honest, I do not give out the energy that you should say douchey things to me.
No.
So that's probably
Always
why.
fun when they do, though.
I mean, barely though. Like, cause I literally like, I give off the energy of a snake. I do. I think about that sometimes. I am like the definition of like not approachable.
No.
I used to be more approachable. I'm not. I'm not very approachable.
Yeah.
I'm nice. I'm never going to be mean to you. Like, I'm like that girl you see at the gym that's like scowling at everybody. But if you said something to me, I'd be like, oh, hi, how are you? Like,
Yeah. I love people like that, though.
yes.
Because then, like, if you hang out with them, no one's going to come around to you.
You know who's like that is Thalia.
Yeah, she is.
You'd see her, you'd be like, oh, and then you talk to her and she's super nice.
Yeah. I know. She's like the nicest girl in the world.
Yeah.
But if you looked at her, you'd be like, okay, don't hit me. I haven't said anything to you.
But yeah. All right. That's basically it. Do you have anything else?
No,
That was a good episode.
that was.
Yeah. Douchey man advice. Excited for next week. Keep hanging in there. Find 3 of your friends to follow us and we'll hit 500 subscribers.
We just need one of you to find 3 people.
No, all of you. Then we'll be up to like, that's a lot of math. But if all of you found 3 people, that would put us at like 1,500
Yep.
or 2,000. Not sure. I think 2,000.
500 times 3.
I'm going to go with 2,000. That would put us at 2,000. All right. We'll let you guys go.
It's like the Midwestern goodbye on the phone.
We literally are doing that.
When you've been
We
on
do
the
that
phone.
at the end of
Yeah.
every episode. We can't say bye. We need something to do at the end of every episode that like ends it. But actually all the best podcasts I listen to are just like, okay, bye.